Very welcome to my channel, friends. Let's begin today's video. Today we are going to learn about something very important questions, 50 questions of set exam, and these are the important videos which are created by me earlier. So you can have these videos, you can watch these videos on my channel, and some explanations and important details I have given there into these videos. You can have that. So let's begin today's video, friends. First of all, the questions are there, 50 questions are there from set exam. So first question is there, which of the following plays of Shakespeare is considered as a problem play? So it is Measure for Measure, friends, because Measure for Measure is a problem play classified by Frederick S. Boas. And Frederick S. Boas is a person who classified uh, uh, three plays, All's Well That Ends Well, Measure for Measure, and Troilus and Cressida as problem plays by Shakespeare. Other plays mentioned in the options are not the problem plays. King Lear is a tragedy, As You Like It is a comedy, Richard II is the historical play. Then, friends, next question is, identify the dramatist who wrote only tragedies. So it was Christopher Marlowe, because Christopher Marlowe wrote only tragedies, friends. And this particular person is also known as University Wit. Yes, he is a part of University Wits, and Dr. Faustus and Tamburlaine, Jew of Malta, Hero and Leander, etc. are the great tragedies written by Christopher Marlowe. Then, friends, third question is there. Arcadia is a prose romance. Friends, Arcadia is considered as a romance, a prose romance by Philip Sidney. And the full title of Arcadia is The Countess of Pembroke's Arcadia. It is a full title, friends. Once again, let me tell, The Countess of Pembroke's Arcadia by Sir Philip Sidney, and it was published in 1593 by Sidney. Then the next question is, the 12 knights in the Fairy Queen represent 12 virtues. The 12 knights in the Fairy Queen represent 12 virtues here, friends. And the Fairy Queen, as we all know, that it is written by Edmund Spenser in 1590. It was published. Then next question is, the mystery plays dealt with. The mystery plays dealt with biblical themes. The themes used there in the mystery plays are from Bibles. Yes, from the Bible, because the stories of Bible, the tales in the written in the Bible were used here in mystery plays. Then, friends, what is the central theme in the restoration comedy? So, there is a comedy, restoration comedy. It is a trend which was there in the drama writing, in comedy writing. So, the main theme, the central theme from this is money and matrimony. Money and matrimony is a central theme in the restoration comedy, friends. And let me share with you some of the important restoration comedy writers. The list includes William Wycherley, William Congreve, George Etheridge, Alfra Ben. These are the very remarkable and outstanding writers in restoration comedy, friends. Then, friends, next question is, who was the wife of Antony? So Antony's wife's name is not Cleopatra. Don't be confused. It was Octavia in Antony and Cleopatra. The play's name is Antony and Cleopatra. Octavia is the wife of Antony there. Then the character of scene in Milton's Paradise Lost is portrayed as option number C, friends, here. The daughter come beloved of Saturn. Paradise Lost is very important work by Milton, and the character of Sin is portrayed as the daughter come beloved of Saturn. Saturn is the character in Paradise Lost, the evil person, the villain of the work. And Paradise Lost is the first epic poetry in English literature. Then, friends, Bunyan's The Pilgrim's Progress Part 1 was published in the year. So, find out the year, publication year. It was 1678, friends. In 1678, the part 1 of the Pilgrim's Progress was published. Then, friends, next question is Leviathan is authored by, who was the author of Leviathan? So it was Thomas Hobbes. Thomas Hobbes was the author of Leviathan. Then next one is, who among the following is one of the four wheels of the English novel? So here we have to find out one writer who is considered among the four wheels of the English novels. There are different four wheels. I will share the details also. So let's identify the person. It was Richardson. Yes, friends. Samuel Richardson was the person who is considered as one of the four wheels of English novels. Who are there? Uh, who are the other writers or novelists who are considered as the four wheels? Yeah, among the four wheels. So, apart from Samuel Richardson, there are Tobias Smollett. Smollett is very a remarkable novelist. Then Henry Fielding is there. Then Lawrence Sterne. So these three are there along with Richardson. So let's repeat: uh, Tobias Smollett, Henry Fielding, Lawrence Sterne, and Samuel Richardson. These four are considered as the four wheels of English novel. Then the next question is, in which poem does the character of Belinda occur? So Belinda's character occurs in the Rape of the Lock. Okay, Rape of the Lock is the uh, uh, a work by Alexander Pope, and this particular work was published in 1712. Yes, 1712 is the publication year. It was first published in 1712, but also republished by Alexander Pope in 1714, and third time it was published in 1717. So it was published three times. So first in 1712, 1712. Okay, then republished in 1714 and republished once again in 1717. And Belinda is very important character in this particular poem. Then, friends, question number 13, whose name is associated with the Spectator? Spectator is a journal, a periodical, and very important name is associated with this particular journal is Joseph Addison. Joseph Addison is a person whose name is associated with the Spectator, and along with Joseph Addison, there was one more person named Richard Steele. Richard Steele was also associated with the Spectator along with Joseph Addison. And let me share with you some details. Friends, the Spectator was published first in 1711, and it was published till 1712. So 1711 to 1712, it was published with triple five numbers. Yes, the numbers published of the Spectator was 555. So triple five. Please remember this particular number because it was asked once and it may be asked once again. And friends, let me tell there, Charles Lamb was the essayist, Ben Jonson was the writer, then Samuel Johnson was a critic, a writer, and also uh, uh, the founder of Rambler. Rambler is also one journal along with the Spectator. Okay, so like Spectator, Rambler was there, and Idler was also there. You can watch my video on periodical essays. It is there in the channel, and so these are these journals, friends, published by these particular people. Joseph Addison, Richard Steele published the Spectator, and Samuel Johnson published the Rambler and the Idler. Then next question is, when lovely woman stoop to folly appears in a play by. So friends, there is a line appearing in a play. So who wrote that particular play and what was that play? The place name is the Vicar of Wakefield. Okay, Vicar of Wakefield is the place name, and it was written by Oliver Goldsmith. Goldsmith was the writer here, and who wrote a play, Vicar of Wakefield, in which this particular line appears. This line appears. Then next question is, who has written the Treatise on Liberty? The Treatise on Liberty is a philosophical essay by John Stuart Mill here, friends. John Stuart Mill is the writer of this particular essay, and it was published in 1859. In 1859 it was published as a philosophical essay. Then, we are laid asleep in body and become a living soul. In which poem of Wordsworth do these lines occur? So, friends, very popular lines these are, and it was appearing in a play, in a poem, Tinton Abbey. Yes, friends, Tinton Abbey is the right answer here, written by William Wordsworth, and these lines occur in Tinton Abbey. Then, friends, next question is, who is the author of Biographia Literaria? It is very simple question. S.T. Coleridge is the author, the writer, the poet. Okay, so he wrote Biographia Literaria, and it was published in 1817. In 1817, Biographia Literaria was published. Then, A Vindication of the Rights of Women is written by, it was written by Mary Wollstonecraft, friends. The right answer is number C, Mary Wollstonecraft, A Vindication of the Rights of Women. And this particular work was published in 1792. In 1792. And it is considered as the feminist work. Feminism was there during this era. So, it was considered among the works of feminist works. Then, arrange the following in the right chronological order, friends. So there is very important and popular question. Chronological order questions are asked always in UGC NET exams. So let's arrange. So which can be the right answer, friends? So option number A is the right one, because Lyrical Ballads was published in 1798. Then after, a preface was added to Lyrical Ballads in 1801 by William Wordsworth. Then Biographia Literaria was published in 1817 by Coleridge, and Adonis was published in 1821. So this is the right chronological order, friends. Then Elia is a pen name assumed by Charles Lamb. Charles Lamb, very important essayist in the history of uh, English literature. And as we all know that he has written a work, Essays on Elia. So he is considered very great writer in essay writing, and Elia is a pen name assumed by him. And this particular pen name was first appeared in the London magazine, friends. In London magazine, this pen name he used the first time. Then, in one of his novels, Hardy says, "Happiness is but an occasional episode, the general drama of pain." So, friends, what can be the right answer, friends? In which novel do these lines appear? So, the novel is The Mayor of Casterbridge. The right answer is Mayor of Casterbridge. It is very outstanding novel by Thomas Hardy, and the lines, "Happiness is but an occasional episode in the general drama of pain," in which novel design line occurs. It is uh, Mayor of Casterbridge by Thomas Hardy. Then, friends, Eugene Marchbanks is a character in shows Candida. Eugene Marchbanks is a very important character in Candida, written by G.B. Shaw, George Bernard Shaw. Then who defined poetry as a criticism of life? So friends, it was Arnold. Matthew Arnold defined poetry as a criticism of life. Then, friends, I am the simple questions are there, and I am not going much in the simple questions with much definition, much explanation, because such questions may not be asked in UGC NET, but some of the important questions around questions can be asked. That's why I'm explaining some of the important questions only. Let's see the next question. Which work of Dickens has as many as 356 characters? Friends, you can see here 356 characters are there in one one work, one novel by Charles Dickens. It is Pickwick Papers, friends. It is Pickwick Papers, in which you can find 356 characters portrayed by Charles Dickens. This particular novel was published in 1836. Then, who has used these words? That monstrous tuberosity of civilized life, the capital of England. So these words are marked by Carlyle, Thomas Carlyle. Yes, friends, Thomas Carlyle used these words. Then the poem must become more and more comprehensive, more allusive, more indirect, in order to force to dislocate, if necessary, language into its meaning. Who wrote these lines, friends? So it was T.S. Eliot who wrote that. He wrote about poetry. Okay, the poem must become more and more comprehensive, more allusive, more indirect. Okay, this particular line is written by T.S. Eliot into his criticism. Then a terrible beauty is born in a line from a terrible beauty is born. This particular line is from which work? So it was Easter, published in 1916 by W.B. Yeats. Okay, W.B. Yeats' work Easter is there, which was published in 1916. Then, friends, next question is there. The comedy of menace is a term we associate with. So, comedy of menace is associated with Harold Pinter, friends. Harold Pinter is a writer who wrote about with this particular theme, comedy of menace. And along with Harold Pinter, there were David Campton, Nigel Dennis Simpson. These are important writers along with Pinter who used the comedy of menace in their writing. And this particular word, comedy of menace, let me share with you the important fact that comedy of menace was coined by Irving Wardley. Irving Wardley is the person who coined this term, the comedy of menace. Then next question is, what is the source of the line? Nothing happens, nobody comes, nobody goes. It's awful, friends. It's very important, very simple question. Buckets waiting for Godot is the right answer, friends. Waiting for Godot, originally published in French language in 1952, and then into English language in 1956 or 1955. The year is somewhat confusing. It was published, many people are saying that it was published in 1955 in English, and some are saying that it was published in 1956. Then the next question is, choose the correct chronological order of the following events. So once again, chronological order is there. So the option number A is right, friends. Once again, beginning of the First World War, it was 1914 the year. Then Easter Rising in Ireland, it was 1916. Then the Russian Revolution, it was 1917, and the publication of the Wasteland, it was 1922. So once again, First World War 1914, then Easter Rising in Ireland in 1916, then Russian Revolution in 1917, and the Wasteland published in 1922. Then the next question is, the Mystic is a work by Feminine Mystic is a work by Betty Friedan. Betty Friedan is the right option, friends. Option number C. Betty Friedan is the is the writer who wrote Feminine Mystic here. Then next question is, dying is an art and I do it exceptionally well. These lines are by, who wrote these lines, friends? Very uh, interesting line it is. So Sylvia Plath. Sylvia Plath wrote these particular lines. Dying is an art and I do it exceptionally well. And this line particularly appeared in a poem by Sylvia Plath. The poem's name is Lady Lazarus. Lady Lazarus is a poem written by Sylvia Plath in which this line is appearing. Then the next question is, which of the following is a dystopian novel? Dystopian novel is particular writing style in novel writing, and it is written in opposition to utopian novel. So dystopia in opposed to utopia, we can say. And John Stuart Mill invented this particular word, dystopia. John Stuart Mill invented this particular term, dystopia. And here the right option is 1984. It is dystopian novel, friends. Then next question is, name the author of the Loneliness of Long Distance Runner. Loneliness of Long Distance Runner. Who is the author? So the author's name is Alan Silito. Friends, authors' names are not asked particularly in UGC NET exams, but such questions may be asked in matching items. Yes, okay, match the author and it's his work. So it may be asked. That's why I am including such questions here. So the Loneliness of Long Distance Runner is written by Alan Silito. Then, which of the following novelists has won the Booker Prize twice? Very important question, friends. J.M. Coetzee is there. J.M. Coetzee, very simple question it is. So, two works are there by Coetzee. First is Life and Times of Michel uh, Michael K. Sorry, Life and Times of Michael K. And second one is Disgrace. Okay, two works are there. For first work, he got Booker Prize in 1983 for the Life and Times of Michael K. And for Disgrace, he got it in 1999. So two Booker Prize he got. Then name the author of Golden Notebook. Golden Notebook is a work by Doris Lessing here. Doris Lessing, a British and Zimbabwean novelist. Okay, British Zimbabwean novelist. Uh, she is Doris Lessing, who wrote The Golden Notebook, and it was published in 1962. Then the next question is, the narrative style of Salman Rushdie's Midnight's Children shows the influence of magic realism. Magic realism is the word, and its influence is there in Midnight's Children by Salman Rushdie. Salman Rushdie wrote Midnight's Children, very important work on partition, okay, in India. And magic realism means reality combined with fantasy, okay, a dream like, okay, so reality is combined with fantasy, that is called magic realism here. Then which of the following novels is by Rohinton Mistry? Rohinton Mistry is a Canadian Indian writer, friends, Canadian Indian writer, and he wrote Such a Long Journey. His novel's name is Such a Long Journey. Then, friends, Wild Sargasso Sea by Jean Rice is a rewriting of whose work? Okay, so Wild Sargasso Sea is written by Jane Rice and it was published in 1966. But it was based on Charlotte Bronte's uh, Jane Eyre, a novel Option number D is right here, friends. Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre, uh, a novel was there on which the particular work of Jean Rice Wild Sargasso Sea was based. Okay, it is rewriting of that work of Jane Eyre. Then Gitanjali was selected for the Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 1913. Friends, in 1913 it was selected for the Nobel Prize in Literature. And Gitanjali is written by Rabindranath Tagore, as we all know, and it is a collected poems. Okay, it is a collection of different poems by Tagore. Then, who has suggested the idea of tenor and vehicle in the analysis of metaphor? So, tenor and vehicle, very important question, friends, from literary criticism and literary writing. Metaphor uh, uh, is using these two different ideas. So, I.A. Richards, a critic from literary criticism, he used this particular idea of tenor and vehicle, and tenor means subject and vehicle means object here in metaphor. When we write any kind of metaphor, tenor is a subject there and vehicle is an object there. In the analysis of metaphor we are using such words. Then deconstruction is a term we associate with Jacques Derrida. Very simple question. But let me tell you that what is deconstruction? Deconstruction is an approach to understand relation between text and meaning. So when there is a relation between text and meaning, deconstruction is used there as an approach. And Jacques Derrida uh, was the propounder of this particular word, deconstruction. He used it much. Then, who called Shelley an ineffectual angel, beating in the void his luminous wings in vain? Very important statement is given to Shelley. Okay, so who called like this to Shelley? So Matthew Arnold, the great critic, Matthew Arnold called Shelley as an ineffectual angel beating in the void his luminous wings in vain. Then the next question is, who among the following is not considered a new critic, friends? So a new critic is not there, and he is Terry Eagleton, friends. Terry Eagleton is not considered as a new critic because in new criticism, we know the names like Clent Brooks, William Wimsett, Munro Beardsley. These are new critics, friends. And Terry Eagleton is British critic. And other three are American critics. Then next question is, the book The Mad Woman in the Attic is an example of feminist criticism. The right option is here, feminist criticism is the right example, right option here, friends. The Mad Woman in the Attic, the book, and it is a book by Sandra Gilbert. Sandra Gilbert wrote this particular book, published in 1979, published in 1979. Then caesura means, what is caesura? Caesura means a long, strong, uh, s- a strong pause in a line. Friends, option number B is right here. Caesura means a natural, strong pause in a line. When we pause in a line, but strongly when we pause, it means caesura, and it's natural, not artificial. Then next question is, iamb is a meter with. So I am here, is a meter. We have to find out the right option, and it is an unstressed syllable followed by a stressed one. The right option is option number D is there, an unstressed syllable followed by a stressed one. Friends, we will talk about all these types of meter and all the things in next video. Okay, so we are not going much deeper in this particular question. So I means unstressed syllable followed by stressed one, unstressed by stressed one. That in that way we can remember it. Then Synesthesia. Synesthesia is, uh, we have to find out its definition here. And option number C is right here. The expression and interpretation of one sense in terms of another. Okay, so synesthesia is used to create interest in work. And when we talk about synesthesia, it is the expression and interpretation of one sense in terms of another. And the writers are using this particular work, a particular thing, to create a kind of interest, attraction into his work. Then next question is pastoral poetry deals with. So pastoral poetry deals with the shepherds and shepherdess, as we all know. So option number 1 is right here. Option number A, life of shepherds and shepherdess. Okay, so pastoral poetry is dealing with that. And the last question is there, Petrarchan sonnet uses the following rhyme scheme. So which rhyme scheme is there which is used as the Petrarchan sonnet style? So option number B is there, the right one. A B B A A B B A C D E C D E. It is the rhyme scheme in Petrarchan sonnet. And let me share with you the rhyme scheme of Shakespearean sonnet. So it is A B A B C D C D E F E F and G G. So option number A is Shakespearean sonnet and option number B is Petrarchan sonnet, friends. So that's all for today, friends. Uh, these are the important questions I remarked, I evaluated here, examined here with some of the important explanation from my side. More videos will be there on the same topic, previous year's question papers of set exam, and along with that, some questions from net exams will also be included in next videos. So till then, have a good day and bye bye, friends.